do have Kingdom versus Bird Noises, or as they like to say, Arr.
Yeah. So it does make sense. It's not a random occurrence. Their tag here, but I mean, we heard the analyst desk break it down. But what are you excited to see here from Kingdom and Bird Noises?
Well, Bird Noises did come out of our qualifiers, and they steamrolled through most of it. So I think they've got a little bit of upset potential here. I do like the fact that they are here, going against an established team like Kingdom. Kingdom, though, has had a lot of practice lately. And one of their players, Jesus, shined bright in the last Carbon Masters there, playing some Reaper and doing some work on Lijiang Tower. They weren't able to take it, but they did have a really great showing, I think, ending up in the semifinals.
I believe so, yes. And right now, I mean, if I had a guess coming into this, Kingdom lately, in general, have been performing very well. They've been playing very well against top teams, dropping a few, to some of the top 3-5 teams in NA. And now they're facing off against Bird Noises, who made it through the qualifying event, as you had mentioned, in style, very strong.
Yep.
Really seeing their only opposition there in
4
the finals.
tanks.
Yeah, bringing some creative things to the table. And Koth Maps, King of the Hill, has been so strong for them. And I'm wondering, Kingdom, they may be coming into this feeling pretty confident. And I hope that that's not overconfidence coming in partially. But they have allowed two of these King of the Hill maps to come through. Not only that, but they are the first 2 maps on the docket. Which means if Bird Noises really is as strong and focused on King of the Hill maps, that means Kingdom might not even make it to anything but. If it's a 2-0 situation.
Yeah, but I think because our most recent qualifying event, Bird Noises is fresh in our mind. We're not sure, we don't know specifically what Kingdom has been scrimming on. So they might have been doing their own thing on these Koth maps themselves, and they actually might be taking a little bit of strategy from Bird Noises here, because Kingdom is the one they both have 4 tanks.
Yes, 4 tanks, 2 healers, it appears. And yeah, this is the first time, one of the first times anyway, that we've seen Anna. We did see her a little early as a first hook going over to Connor J on Kingdom, and he is the hook master if there ever was one on that Roadhog. And they're looking for more, unable to get one as, Rinnovek's looking for some of his own, but Super goes away from the fight, but Kingdom right now in control of the point. They're trying to get some kills in their favor. Juvenile picking up Rob for 20. Man of Snow going to be tipping the scales in favor of Kingdom, and the rest of the team clean up Bird Noises as Kingdom take control of the first point.
So we see Kingdom do what no one else was able to do on Lijiang Tower just last week, and that was to get some kills on Bird Noises. Therefore, Team Comp getting the head start there, starting with Connor J, as we do have our first ultimate with that Graviton Surge going down.
Yes, Graviton Surge from Kingdom is going to be locking down Bird Noises. They've got multiple kills. Jesus is going to be leaving the mech and actually does fall in a nice hook there from Rena VX. And with that, Bird Noises, they have a little bit of a glimmer of hope, but with too many members going down early in that fight, Kingdom are going to maintain control.
And what Kingdom was able to do was push that fight off of the point. So even though Bird Noises did do some work there, they were too far away to actually get the point as Kingdom approaches 42% right here. We do have a nano-boosted Whole Hog going down.
Yes, Rinnovex is in the front, pushing them back, as does pick up Juvenile. And with the pushback, Bird Noises, they were on the objective, and they do take the point. A nice hook there on to, who was that? Was that Jesus? And Jesus is going to fall out of mech form, and Kingdom are shoved back. Bird Noises, they got defeated in the first fight, but Kingdom, they're the ones now on their back foot. Bird Noises with control.
So this is interesting. We have a complete mirror match happening right now with 4 tanks on each team. So, I mean, you can't get any more even than this. They're fighting each other with the same character. So this is a true test of skill and map knowledge as well, as these hooks are coming down.
Yes, Connor J is going to try to keep himself alive. He has Whole Hog available. Super, though, getting multiple kills for Bird Noises, and is going to get another one, and he is going man mode in the back line. Self-destruct. Actually, no, sorry. Jesus just leaving the mech form is going to be surely falling. And yeah, I was going to say, at this point, maybe just waiting for the rest of his team to join Gonna get back in the mech, but Bird Noises, they're showing why they made it here today on the King of the Hill maps. In Kingdom, the gauntlet was thrown down. They tried to pick it up, but they are up against it as they're controlling this early choke.
So Kingdom obviously doing a little bit of research that's shown by their team comp. These two teams have never faced each other before. This is the first time they are fighting, and we're seeing these two teams scrap with that Graviton Surge going down, getting a team wipe for Bird Noises. Train does get 2 redemption kills, but Kingdom is going to be able to take over once again, getting a team wipe on the 4-tank comp.
Yes, the self-destruct, able to get 2 consolation prize kills, but that honestly is just an ultimate down because Kingdom, they are going to be respawning with enough time to return to the point. All it means, though, is Kingdom is unable to take a forward approach here. We do see Jesus getting the nano boost. He's going to be going up against the nano boosted Rena Vex on that Roadhog. Roadhog does fall. Jesus doing a ton of damage, does not need to keep the finger off of that left click, able to just continue the pain. Vol gets a kill, Train gets a kill into Ajax. As Kingdom, they got an early good start to that fight, but they were unable to finish it, and Bird Noises that 92% are going to keep control of this point. And Bird Noises coming in from the qualifying event pick up the first round of this Lijiang Tower.
So another back and forth, really scrappy fight there. Maybe not so scrappy. That was really ultimate based there because a lot of those kills came with the self-destruct or the whole hog. But we're seeing the importance of Zarya's ultimate, that Graviton Surge, on what it does. And it sets up so many other things so well. It is the beginning of almost every wombo combo in the game. So, you know, we talked about Big Bang earlier with the Pulse Bomb. We talked, you know, Beyblade, that's a big part of Beyblade as well.
Which we haven't seen at all today.
Yeah, I don't think, maybe a little bit. I don't remember actually any Reaper so far.
We have seen Reaper. We saw Reaper a little bit on the 3rd point. Boy, now I'm gonna have to really.
Yeah, we in the first couple of games we did see a couple. We did see some Reaper play.
I think they needed a break.
But that goes to show again the impact of this patch. Reaper's another one where I think the ult charge difference has really made him a little less desirable. He's still pretty good, and we'll see some people pick him up. But we're seeing this. We're seeing the same comp come out of Bird Noises this time, and a little bit different on a Kingdom, dropping a tank, and Jesus is now on DPS, what he's known for. And getting the first kill on Verbo. That happened last time too, but that round didn't end very well for Kingdom.
Yes, Kingdom is not messing around anymore. They tried to match Bird Noises hero for hero, but now they are playing the game they came to play. Jesus and Connor J carrying their team to victory. Jesus with multiple kills, 71% of the ultimate available, and Connor J with some key picks, giving Kingdom the first point control. Bird Noise is crashing back onto the scene, though.
Yeah, Tactical Visor is very close to getting there, and he is probably going to have that nano boost available for that as they get closer and closer, and Reinhardt's going to fall off the map. One fire strike before that death happens, but we see Kingdom coming out with 2 kills.
Yes, Bird Noises, they're trying to do what they can on the back end of this. Rob jumps off. Renev, VX, and Vol are both going to fall, and Bird Noises reset this fight once again. They're going to be returning to see what they can do, but Kingdom, look at all those check marks. They have full round of ultimates, and I don't think they need to use them all. So it's an uphill battle for Bird Noises on the 2nd point.
Yeah, we're going to see how patient they are and how coordinated they are. You know, they don't want to twitch and use all of them at once because they do need to keep those resources due to that change. There are 3 available for Bird Noises as this fight comes out.
Yes, both teams actually popping those Graviton Surges. Still no kills as of yet. Sherlocky getting a double from that support role. Anna doing work. Connor J going to help this fight go even more in favor of Kingdom as Bird Noises, the health bars are falling. The respawns are coming out. They got to regroup. Kingdom, they are so strong at reaching 70% of control.
At least Bird Noises will come back as a 6 there. You know, a little bit of good you have to glean from, you have to glean from what's happening because we're seeing a total control coming from Kingdom. At one point, all 6 were on fire. Jesus has his ultimate. Sherlocky has the ultimate available. And we have seen with that extra 75 damage with the damage boost on 76's bullets, how effective that can be as even more picks come out.
Yes, a nice hook there means Super is going to fall. MVP Connor J keeping Jesus alive, and Tactical Visor is going to mean Jesus is going to reap all of the benefits. I don't even know how he's getting all of these kills. He is absolutely wiping the map with Bird Noise's roster, and Kingdom come out even stronger on the second round.
Yeah, I think I saw his portrait pop up about 7 times in a row. Most of that, I think 3 of those kills were without the Tactical Visor. I mean, if you don't need it, you know, you might as well get those kills anyway, because if you're that accurate, you're getting that damage too. The Tactical Visor does help with the Helix rocket, but I mean, man, we just saw Y76 is so much better now. That is something that he would not have been able to do just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they are looking so good. And I mean, right now we've seen strong performances by both of these teams. Bird Noise is maybe surprising Kingdom a little bit on that first point, but Kingdom, they have found their stride and they came out very strong on the second. We do see a few changes. Bird Noise is actually, no, they are remaining the same. They like that team composition. Across on the other side of things, we are going to be seeing a mirror match. Once again, Kingdom, they are going to be playing the 4-tank composition as well. Juvenile, he's being brought low on the front line as Rinovex wants to get that kill. Super actually going to get credit for that. And in the 4v4 tank meta, Bird Noises reign supreme, and they are cleaning up this initial fight, meaning Kingdom is going to have to respawn and come back. Bird Noises take control of the point.
Yeah, it is so important for Kingdom to handle those supports. And his Biotic Grenade is so strong in this mirror match, because with that on, the 2 supports that are keeping these tanks alive are not going to be able to stick it out. So, you know, they need to do the work, but if you're able to get those picks, they can't do that. And we do have Rob with an ultimate ready coming up here soon, but we look at Sherlock, he's only at 66%.
Yes, Juvenile has Earth Shatter available. Let's see if he decides to use it. Right now, it looks like they may not need to, as it's going to be a force off. Jesus getting a nice push on Arena Vex. Jesus also a kill onto Train, and Kingdom, they're retaking the point. 33% for Bird Noises, but that's all they're going to get. 35 now as Kingdom retake control.
Man, as we see this flip, I have a feeling that we're going to see a couple more of these as this goes on. You know, Zarya, good hook, but she's not one of those priority targets. She is probably going to be able to walk out of that due to the particle barrier, and all you've done is make her stronger. Vol does die, though, and it's going to make this a little bit harder for Bird Noises as they fight off of the point.
Yeah, and you can see they have to wait. They know better than to engage Kingdom 5v6. And they're going to have to wait for Vol to return. Now they are taking a little bit of a different path. They're going to go around the side. Here comes the Earth Shatter, though, and Kingdom, they're going to be cleaning up some kills. The self-destruct from Kingdom not going to really land on anyone, but it delays this fight long enough for Connor J and Man of Snow to clean up Super and Rob. The sound barrier comes out from Kingdom as they are continuing in this fight to gain dominance. And Bird Noises, they got a couple of kills, but the story is all about Kingdom as they maintain control and push back Bird Noises.
Man of Snow does get a kill on Vol as they go close to the spawn point, but man, they cannot get picked off like this. It's just going to make their hold weaker and weaker, and she's probably just going to go ahead and fly out. As we see here, self-destruct is available for Jesus right now, and it's not going to work if she is slept, and we do see it being used, and some awesome shots going down as she falls. Juvenile gets a kill on Super.
Yes, Connor J getting Rena VX as well. And Bird Noises, they have gotten almost all of this point, but they're not going to be able to complete it as most of their team is down now. And Kingdom narrowly continue to control this point. And at 87% now for Kingdom, Bird Noises, they've got one shot, one opportunity here to retake it.
Maybe I was wrong. I did predict a couple more flips, but if Kingdom keeps playing this way, that won't happen. They are so close, and they have to get on the point. Overtime is happening.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know how. I actually don't know who from Bird Noises got on there with the Graviton Surges out for both teams, but they were able to do it. They are unable to take the point, though, and with the contest just barely delaying this, and Juvenile doing work on the point. Overtime will tick down, and Kingdom get another notch in their step towards victory.
Yeah, so they are up 2-1 now on Lijiang Tower, and we talked about that Bird Noises. This was their kind of bread and butter map. We thought if they had a chance at taking a game off of Kingdom, this would be it. It's not over yet. We could see that 5th game, but right now Kingdom is playing very well. That practice coming in here, they've played a lot before this tournament, and it's coming in handy, and they're beating Bird Noises, at their own game from what we saw last week.
Gauntlet thrown down, Gauntlet picked up here by Kingdom, and they are going to be going. We're going to be back now at the control room, and this was the one that Bird Noises looked pretty strong on. They were able to get some more back and forth. Let's see if they can bring it here to control point number 5, or if Kingdom is going to continue the dominance they've had the last 2 points, as they do take up position on the point. Jesus on the high ground, able to do a ton of damage, forcing back Train, I believe, there, as he continues to lay down the pain. Man of Snow getting the first kill onto Vol, sorry. Super getting Juvenile, and it's still a very close fight for both of these teams. Bird Noises, they've got the men on the point. Kingdom opting more for just getting the kills. They do finally contest, as Bird Noises almost picked it up by themselves. Whole Hog already being reached out by Reina VX, as Connor J is going to fall. Train getting credit for that one, and Bird Noises, they're fighting back. They take the first point.
Yeah, as we see these, as Reina VX uses some good Roadhog skill there to help secure the point for Bird Noises. They are also at a resource advantage, but we have seen what Jesus has been able to do with and without that tactical visor, and the combo is there. Sherlocky and Jesus both have their ultimates. Let's see if he's going to be able to take the wheel and win the fight for their team, for Kingdom.
Juvenile is going to fall. Train getting 2 kills with that one. Graviton Surge on the back end for Kingdom as they try to break through this Bird Noises team, but with only 4 members alive, and Jesus not one of them. Kingdom is going to have to back off. Bird Noises maintain control of the point, and they maintain defensive control of this choke.
What we see a lot of times on all 3 of these control points on Lijiang Tower is that the fight does leave the point a lot, as we do see this nano-boosted Roadhog go.
Yes, Roadhog is going ham indeed, getting 2 kills. Jesus getting 1 on Arena VX, and finally Kingdom have broken through Bird Noises' choke. That's a huge hook. Going to mean Verbo is going to be returning very quickly to the spawn, and Kingdom retake control of this game.
Yeah, Bird Noise is finishing that with 56% on their point. So they still have a little ways to go, and we've seen Kingdom get these points and then hold them. Jesus switching back on that Diva, and he played so well on a Diva last time, and Self-Destruct is available here coming up as that Graviton Surge goes down.
Yes, Sound Barrier as well from Kingdom as they're trying to stay alive and get some kills in their favor. Man of Snow is a little low. We do see the Self-Destruct coming out, and it is going to clean up several kills. Jesus getting credit for those onto Bird Noises members, and with that, Bird Noises is going to be once again regrouping to try to retake this point. Kingdom at 35%. They're trying to tie it up here on this point.
Yeah, going to their spawn, asserting their dominance. You know, nothing can get through that defense matrix, and, you know, it has a little bit of time on it. It doesn't last, you know, infinitely like Reinhardt's shield does, but it doesn't get weaker. So that defense matrix is keeping Bird Noises from being effective, you know, from their spawn, as we do have another nano boost going on a Roadhog.
Yes, Roadhog with the nano boost is going to be slept here. That's actually a very key pickup, as Reinavex has a nano boost of his own on the other side, getting a hook, and Bird Noises, they're trying to take back control. They've got 3 kills right now. Reinavex is still alive, doing work with the damage, and Bird Noises do take back control. They're looking to close it out.
They do come up a little bit behind. They're not far behind Kingdom, 74% right now. We talked so much about Connor J's Roadhog, and we saw how good that Roadhog could be, but Rena VX doing their own thing on a Roadhog as well.
But we do see A couple of ultimates here from Kingdom trying to lock down Bird Noises. A nice Earth Shatter. Self-destruct is going to be coming out as well, and that's more of a zoning tool than anything. No, Jesus does get a kill onto Vol with that one. The delay from Bird Noises is going to be stopped as Train falls. Kingdom retake the point, and this might be 99% for them. Bird Noise is going to be looking to contest.
Yeah, we might see one or one and a half fights, depending on how fast Bird Noises is able to get there. D.Va can get there very, very fast, but the resources are actually very similar right now, but Kingdom has the momentum. Their players are on fire right now as the final push for this point for Bird Noises takes place.
Yes, Man of Snow does fall. They lose Juvenile as well. Rena VX continuing to play a very good Roadhog, getting one of those kills anyway. We see Super now with the nano boost. Roadhog, Rena VX pushing people away from this point as overtime has indeed been popped. The contest from Kingdom is only going to delay it for a little bit further, as it seems like Bird Noise is coming out strong, making it a game.
Yes, and they are still in overtime. They do finally flip the point. There's going to be one more fight here. If they're able to get to the point, I think they will. It is 96%. They don't have a lot of time. They have to get there, and we do see that nano boost, but a great sleep dart on a 76, and there is no more time left because it is now tied up 2-2. We are going to a round 5.
Round 5 indeed. And Kingdom, they had a lot of really good fights, but Bird Noises, they showed why they selected this map. They were able to bring it to the 5th round.
You know, they just seemed more familiar with that round specifically. You know, they know the nooks and crannies. They knew exactly what to do. You know, Kingdom did too. But in the end, I think just, you know, a little bit more of the familiarity, a little bit more mechanical skill, maybe a little bit more practice on this 4-tank comp might have put them over. But then again, you know, Kingdom could have been doing that, you know, comp as well, you know, getting prepared for this. And when we see those mirror matches happening, you know, Sans of the 76, which is the only difference, you know, it is a true test of skill, and that we're seeing how evenly matched these two teams are right now, especially on this map with it tied 2-2.
Connor J getting an early pull there for Kingdom, unable to actually finish the kill. But yeah, this is the one that Kingdom looked very strong. This was the turnaround point for them, and they're looking very strong once again as they get a couple of early picks, and they don't have anything to deal with Jesus, and it doesn't even seem like they're trying, and he is just absolutely wrecking this Bird Noises team, and Kingdom are going to take the point first.
Yeah, they do get a couple trades off of there, but 76 showing why. Ooh, beautiful. The arena going down into the water, saying thank you. Good work on that camera, because that was definitely worth seeing. Kingdom, though, you know,
right there.
Yeah, exactly. Kingdom there getting 2 people on fire, and now they have to regroup. That singular pick right there means that Bird Noises has to come in with 6 people. They're keeping this top. They have not changed since the beginning of this map. And ooh, we do see some boops from Ajax coming out.
Yeah, and what are you supposed to do about that? They cross the bridge. Ajax knows exactly what to expect and turns things in favor of Kingdom. Bird Noises, they get a couple of consolation prizes, but nothing they can work with. As Kingdom, they've got the ult advantage, they've got control of the point, they've got the momentum, and Bird Noises need to make a miracle happen if they're going to be able to take this first map.
You know, at this point, they need to get their ults off of Kingdom, because they're not going to win a fight, you know, with 6 ultimates available with Kingdom, you know, with that resource advantage. So they have to get theirs up and take some away from Kingdom, and they do get 1 and 2 here.
Yes. We do see Soldier still has ultimate available, does now finally pop it as Connor J goes down. Man of Snow, though, securing a couple of kills for the team. Jesus finishing up with several more. And it was a close fight at the beginning, but it wasn't close at all at the end. And Kingdom maintain control. Bird Noises, their time is running out.
Juvenile with such a great Earth Shatter there. It is so hard to run away from Tactical Visor when you are laying down. So getting 2 picks off of that Earth Shatter and then finishing up with those with that Helix Rocket and, you know, showing his stuff. Jesus, you know, taking control and making it a lot harder for Bird Noises to win this 5th round.
Yeah, self-destruct coming out here for it looks like, who was that? Was that Train there? Yes, it was indeed. Unable to really get too much from that. Bird Noises, this is as far as they've made it. They are onto the point, but Kingdom are continuing to dominate in the kill feed. Man of Snow with a couple kills. Jesus, you can see there clearing out some more kills, and now just looking for extra damage as the Graviton Surge is gonna lock down Bird Noises, and Kingdom pick up map number 1.
So we go the full 5 rounds on that, and 5 pretty awesome rounds at that. Let's see who, Ajax. I think these are the boops here at the end. These are always really great to watch.
And over the wall, just, how can you expect that? I mean, you gotta focus on what's in front of you, but Ajax was what was behind you, watching you fall to your death. And
you know, getting that last kill, you know, with the gun there at the end too. You got to give him some credit. He's not just all boop.
Not all boop. That's gonna be our new hashtag here. Hashtag
Exactly.
Not all boop.
So, you know what I think could have happened, though? I feel like I noticed Bird Noises' Vol dying really early on a lot of those fights. So, you know, they have to be able to get in there as a unit. So when they're going 5v6, you know, and those early picks, you know, from a Connor J hook, they're going into it at a disadvantage. But obviously, since it went all 5 rounds, it went the other way for Kingdom, you know, again, Bird Noises' advantage on Kingdom. And I think what just happened here was they won the maps they were most familiar with.
And that means now we're going to see, well, because Kingdom selected that first map, arguably one of Bird Noise's favorite maps. So we're going to see another one of Bird Noise's favorite maps. And it's, once again, they're on the King of the Hill. The question is, are they going to be able to bring something different to this one? I based on that performance, probably going to see a lot of the same from Bird Noises.
Yeah, I think we might see the exact same team comp from Bird Noises on Nepal. One of my favorite, like one of my personal favorite maps. Always really fun to watch. All 3 of those areas are so great. And then, you know, with Kingdom, with this advantage now, almost beating them at their own game, you know, that's not going to feel good, but it was close. And sometimes losing those close games are what actually gets you a little tilted. And then you know, you lose a little bit of that energy. You know, you feel so good. You're the underdog. You got so close, but in the end, you weren't able to finish it off.
We'll see if Bird Noises can weather that mental storm, being able to keep your heads in the game, realize that you made it here for a reason. You just played an incredibly strong game, albeit you didn't win against a very strong team. Now you just need to shore up a few of those small weaknesses, keep your head in it, take advantage of any mistake the Kingdom makes, because they haven't been making very many of them, and try to get Nepal, bring it to that 3rd game.
You know, it goes 5 rounds for a reason. You know, you've got to take credit, you know, in how you're doing, you know, in the current state. You can't let that stuff get to your head. And if they're able to get to 2 points, they're able to get to that 3rd point as well. And we've mentioned that both of these teams are good on Koth maps, and we have actually only seen Bird Noises on 1 non-Koth map here at Carbon. So what I think what we're looking for, you know, going into this 2nd match is who's just going to be better at their game. And, you know, this is something I've mentioned before. It's how can you get the other team to play your game? And that means that you are in control. So when you can control that other team, you can lead people in the right way. You can use those ults in the best way possible. You know, I guess the goal is to never lose it. And so Bird Noises really needs to try to get Kingdom to play their game a little bit more and be a little bit more consistent on it as well.
They've been most successful when they are playing aggressive, when they're forcing Kingdom to react.
Yep.
And then when they're the ones that have to start reacting to Kingdom, when Kingdom is dictating the control on the map, that's where Bird Noises is struggling. And so Bird Noises, they have to come out firing at all cylinders. They need to take early control, and they need to carry that through to victory. Connor J, by the way, disconnected, so we're just getting that fixed. Make sure everyone's on point coming into the 2nd map, which, as we had mentioned, is Nepal.
Yeah, and we saw Bird Noises retake that control. It wasn't like it was a 100% thing when it came to Kingdom. And I think it might be like, you know, Kingdom was able to maintain that control, 60% of the match, which ends up, in a 3-2, match on Lijiang Tower. So, that could easily go the other way. Bird Noises, has shown that they're a really good team, and they can match up against teams like Kingdom, and they've never faced each other before. So they're learning each other's skills right now, and maybe now with this experience, they're going to be able to go into this round knowing a little bit more about Kingdom and how they play, and potentially get this map off of them.
We'll see if they change things up at all as well. They really felt confident with that 4-tank composition. Nepal is a very different map in a lot of regards. Still at control point. But let's see what they bring to the table as we are going into Nepal. This is Kingdom's opportunity to make it a 2-0, and Bird Noises, this is their time to shine, to show why they made it through the qualifying event and that they deserve to play here with these invited teams. This one is Kingdom, and we're just going to be waiting for them to attack. Still a lot of time for these heroes to change it up, so I'm not going to make any calls, especially since you guys can't see it anyway.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see if Bird Noises does continue the 4-tank comp. I don't think that it complements this specific map or round as well as the Lijiang Towers, the Lijiang Tower maps do, and we're not going to see quadruple tank, and we're going to see, I think, our first Pharmacy.
We do see Farah Mercy coming in on the other side. Actually, the same composition
nice
from Kingdom. They were feeling pretty good about that. As Juvenile does get trained, and that is a key pickup when we talk about the strength of Soldier. Rina VX, I mean, it definitely benefit from some buffs there on that Farah. But in a 5v6 situation, they have to back off, and Kingdom take the control point first. Here comes the engage from Super, just going to be pushed off that and into the base by Jesus, doing a ton of damage. And with Farah down, Mercy doesn't have anywhere to run. Rob is going to flee the scene. Not going to be falling to Jesus, but Kingdom got what they came for. They got the map objective.
Yeah, so Mercy, though, is going to have the Resurrect available for this next fight, and that's pretty much just an extra life. There is a lot of skill on when to use it, when it's going to be most effective. But Jesus, with that ultimate, is going to try to focus that Mercy as Winston goes in and drops the bubble.
Yes, Jesus, he's got them in his sights. Rina VX is the first to fall. We'll see if Rob...
There it is. So Rob 420 does use that Resurrect. It gets 2 people back, but Kingdom does lose another 2. Man of Snow picking up Rina. That is going to make their damage output go much lower, and the point is still getting contested right now as more of those picks coming from Bird Noises comes out with Verbo getting a kill on Jesus. So just like when Rina goes down, Jesus has to do that damage for their team as Bird Noises flips the point because of that fight right there. The focus was much more on Bird Noises' side for their targets, and that flips the point for them.
They did flip it. They brought it back in their favor. And that's the fight that they need to continue to fight. They do now have control of the point. You can see they're playing still a little bit tentatively, waiting for Kingdom to show their hand. Kingdom going to be taking this high ground right next to the point. We do see the Graviton Surge coming out from Kingdom. Soldier doing a lot of damage there. Jesus jumps around to the back. The shield coming out from Bird Noises. It's Rina VX gets a key kill with the ultimate onto Jesus. It's still a very close fight, though, but made a little bit less close by Bird Noises as Rob does get the Resurrect, and they are going to maintain control. Kingdom are going to have to back off.
They were so close to capturing this point, but that Resurrect coming in handy, getting 3 people back from death. Some really good Mercy play that we've seen. We've seen that character come out a couple times and not really make any effect on the game, but right now Rob 420 is making his name known because those Resurrects have been crucial with Kingdom maintaining, getting the lead and maintaining control at this point.
We do see Kingdom coming out once again. They're going to see what they can do straight up front. Juvenile getting a nice front line for the team as they do get a pick onto Verbo. Jesus does fall in the Soldier versus Soldier matchup, but he is going to be falling as Connor J gets the hook out onto him, and in style, Connor J helping his team come back on this point. Has Whole Hog available. Vol with a nice barrier to keep himself alive as no Resurrect going to be coming out from Rob 420. Kingdom retake the point. Bird Noises, they'll be looking to take it back, though, as they've got 86%.
Man, Vol doing exactly what he needs to do. He is keeping his teammates alive. Rob would not be here right now if it wasn't for Vol's particle barrier there. Wow, what great timing. That was perfect. Right when the hook landed, that is when the barrier went up.
Yes,
damage
Graviton
boost
Surge
on
is
that
coming
too.
out for both teams, it looks like, as Connor gets pushed back by Rinovex, but it's not really going to do too much, just displace him a little bit. Sherlock, he gets credit for a couple of kills. The Resurrect coming out from Rob, trying to equalize this fight in favor of Kingdom, but with Super being brought very low, it's going to be a hard fight for them. Rinovex does fall. Connor J getting credit for that one. There's only a few members down for either team, though, as Kingdom looking to delay it out as much as possible. Rob 420 is just going to have to go down. Jesus getting credit for that, in addition to Train. The delay is going to be coming out from Verbo as he just now falls. Overtime is out. A nice ultimate there from Super to keep him alive for now, but not for long, as bird noises are going to be falling here on the first point of Nepal.
So another really close matchups on this King of the Hill map. Some really good Mercy play there. Some really clutch reses. You know, they can owe Rob for a lot of those percentage points on those points, because you know his resurrections are the only reason why they were able to win. Just think about the fact if they were on Anna or on Lucio there, they would have just had to handle those kills. They wouldn't have had, you know, the opportunity to be aggressive and get that second life. So props to Rob there on playing a mean Mercy, but in the end, not enough for bird noises because Kingdom takes the first round.
Now we're going to be moving on to the second, and there are already a few switches for these teams. I'll wait for the timer to go down, as we are actually going to be seeing
Reaper.
Verbo switching over to Anna. On the other side, we're not going to actually have Soldier 76 from Kingdom, as yeah, they're going to be bringing Reaper, the second Reaper we've seen today. Let's see what they can do with it as they go straight to the control point.
Jesus is a great Reaper player, though. You know, a lot of the time Reaper doesn't need Death Blossom to do his work. His shotgun is just enough, but it can't work when he is dead. 4 quick kills coming out of bird noises here.
Yes, and I mean, he's a tank killer, so that's maybe why you pick it up against bird noises, who really loves to play those tanks, but you can see it not coming to fruition. Jesus switching over to McCree already. Gonna be looking to pull things over with some picks, some nice headshots to bring Kingdom into the spotlight. Also, Kingdom, they went straight to the point, and it seems like bird noises knew what to do with that. So Kingdom, they're regrouping. They're on the high ground. Jesus is looking for picks, dealing with that Pharah Mercy combo, gets a few key hits on Arena VX, and that is why it's hard to play it against a very good McCree. Jesus has brought it back for Kingdom, and Vol is going to be exiting the mech, and that's going to be the last key to victory for Kingdom, at least victory in the sense of controlling that point.
Connor J getting the cherry on top with an awesome hook on Mercy. For some reason, hooking Mercy and Tracer just feels so good. And I'm sure he's feeling good as well. Sherlocky has his ultimate available. Both the main ultimates on both sides are available for the supports. Juvenile with that Earth Shatter. We're going to see another really awesome fight here. Connor J unable to pick up anybody with that hook, so he has 6 seconds without it. Let's see if they take advantage of that.
Juvenile getting 2 kills for the team. Resurrect coming out immediately as Rinovex did have ultimate available, rains down hell from the sky, getting Connor J and Sherlocky, and that may be what Bird Noises needs to turn this in their favor. They do retake the point in style.
Yeah, Rocket Barrage makes Pharah still, so it is up to the hit scan like Jesus to make sure that that's not happening. You can pin her with Juvenile, but she is able to do too much work in an enclosed space where Pharah really shines. If she's able to get a little bit of wiggle room inside of that hut, she's gonna be brutal, and she's able to get her whole ultimate, all of Rocket Barrage out, and win it for her team.
Graviton Surge coming out, locking down a couple of members there of Bird Noises as they continue to try to stay alive on this point. Man of Snow,
good Mercy.
Focusing Train now, trying to get some damage onto Mercy, but Mercy is going to escape. Train still doing a lot of damage up front. Juvenile picks up Vol, but Man of Snow does fall on the back end of this fight. Kingdom, a nice Earth Shadow there, actually does not land onto Train, and that means that he is going to continue laying down the pain, getting the melees off, not going to actually get the kill, though, onto Juvenile.
Oh, Jesus coming in at the end here with 2 kills, and that's going to help them flip this point right now because Bird Noises has no damage left. Yes, Diva and Wincing can put it down, especially with a little bit of a damage boost from Rob, but, you know, without their main DPS, it's going to be much harder to take this point. So another really back and forth match so far here on Village, but the resources, looking at them right now, look pretty even.
Yeah, Jesus making work happen there as Train gets put to sleep. He's immediately back. Jesus did pop the Deadeye, is going to get one kill into Burbo, but Super there for the revenge kill before he actually also gets avenged. Kills going back on either side. Rob, though, the X Factor there, getting the Resurrect, pulling the numbers advantage back in favor of Bird Noises as they're trying to take this point. They've got 88%. They've got the numbers advantage. Connor J is dead. And honestly, the delay here from Kingdom is going to still come out there. Man of Snow going to be doing that for his team as they have respawned and re-engaged here. Sherlocky, Juvenile, and Jesus getting credit for kills for their team, and Man of Snow has kept them in it, and they actually stay on the point.
Man, Rob, you know, saving his team, like keeping Vol alive at critical health for a very long time, but maybe a different support might give a little bit more impact on the game because the reses are happening and they're good reses, but it doesn't seem to be working out for him right now.
Yes, Man of Snow drops hit the ultimate to keep Bird Noises locked down, but it's the kills that they're getting right now that are benefiting them the most. Tracer doing what Train can to keep overtime ticking away, but Bird Noises, they're going to lose the second control point of Nepal.
Yeah, so, you know, even though it is 2-0, these have been much closer than the score does say. You know, that was another one that could have gone either way, but, you know, just in the very end, Kingdom is able to bring it together, be a little bit more, you know, bring a little bit more of that teamwork there, and, you know, I think a little bit more patience as well.
Yeah, they looked a lot more calculated coming into these fights. They also, I'm sensing a little bit of confidence as well. They are in their comfort zone. They're not feeling really the pressure maybe that Bird Noises wants to apply, and maybe that Bird Noises is feeling coming up against the this Kingdom lineup. And Bird Noises, this is their final opportunity to show their strength potentially as Kingdom. They're up 2-0 on the map, 1-0 in the series. And one more control point victory here for them.
This first fight.
Means they move on to the semifinals. Both teams trying to vie for position on the high ground. Kingdom are the ones pushing back onto Bird Noises. Rina VX, though, gets Juvenile in a key pick. Let's see if anything can happen. Jesus, once again, doing such good McCree work, getting the kill onto Rina VX. Bird Noises, they rotate over to the actual objective. They get on it, but here comes McCree, not going to get the stun there, as Connor J is now going to be the focus, taking a lot of damage. Finally does fall. Rob 420, Train, and Super cleaning up the point. Kingdom, they were looking pretty good early, but Bird Noises with the arm wrestle pushed down the arm of Kingdom.
Man, Anna showing up 3 times on that kill feed. You know, that's so hard to do because Anna has to make sure that she knows where the rest of literally everybody is. It's 11 other people that she has to focus on. You do want to focus on that healing, but if you're able to get those kills for your team, you know, you can't underestimate her damage as well, and that's coming in handy here for Bird Noises when, you know, when Rob picks up 2 kills for them.
And this might be one of the most snowbally points in this map. The choke point coming into this building is pretty potent as Bird Noises are trying to keep control. Train getting off a lot of damage there. Particle barrier the barrier is going to keep a little bit of damage from him as, yeah, Train still alive on the point though, and as Bird Noises are getting multiple kills, Man of Snow, he's just gonna have to fall to death. Train getting the swag kill onto him as Kingdom reset and respawn.
Yeah, so that was actually pretty awesome to watch. That last headshot there as she is falling. Doesn't get to have the dignity of doing it herself. But coming in here, you know, it is 62% to 0. I think this is one of the longer holds we've seen Bird Noises take so far. But the resources are not in their side. It is up to Kingdom now to use those ultimates to their, you know, to the best effect.
Earthshatter is going to be coming out. That's going to somewhat nullify the Graviton Surge from Bird Noises, but Super, Train, and Rina VX cleaning up some kills for Bird Noises are actually nullifying the engage from Kingdom, and they're going to win another fight. Man of Snow gets put to sleep, is going to try to escape for now. wants to just keep that mech as long as possible.
Yeah, self-destruct, though, is very, very good on this map. Any map that has a wide open space where, you know, getting a corner is difficult. And we do see that here with Verbo going down. And as we trade a couple kills here with both teams.
Yes, going to the air. Man of Snow just trying to delay this as much as possible. Give Kingdom an opportunity to get in there. Man of Snow actually steps aside for a nice hook from the side of Connor J. And Jesus kills Rena VX. And Kingdom have retaken this point. 99% for Bird Noises as Kingdom just narrowly stay in it.
I think this is our 5th flip on 99% so far. And we've seen this go from, you know, 0 to 100. This is not over for Kingdom. They cannot lose another fight. That is really high pressured. But I think Kingdom, you know, if they're patient, if they're able... Oh, Earthshatter getting 4 people there.
Yes, and they're able to get some kills on the back side of it as well. Super trading 1 on a Juvenile, but Juvenile has done his job and giving Kingdom an advantage. We do see the Graviton Surge locking down several members, but it's not going to be enough for Bird Noises as they have to back away. Actually, right out into this outer area. Jesus stays alive, and they're just cleaning up the kills now.
Verbo falling it down as well, joining the rest of his team at the respawn. We are at 50% for Kingdom right now. Man of Snow needs to get back in that mech. She is not a tank anymore. They lack a tank when Man of Snow is not in the mech. So she's very, very close to be able to call that down. She's at 66%, but, you know, her gun does do a lot of damage, but, you know, she can't do as much work. Oh, she's going to be able to call it down here.
Yes, the contest here from Bird Noises is at 67%. Jesus getting a couple of kills for the team as it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Tank for tank. Man of Snow and Juvenile do fall. Actually, Vol falls as well, and Kingdom maintain control of the point.
Yeah, we are at 80 to 99%. That tactical advisor able to do work, getting 3 kills. Man of Snow with self-destruct is probably going to be able to zone them off of the point. We might see that here coming up because they can't go on it if they, you know, if that self-destruct is there.
Yeah, and you can see the high ground being taken by Bird Noises. They're doing what they can here. Man of Snow does have that self-destruct available, holding it till the very last minute. The contest is out here in overtime as here comes the self-destruct. Not going to find anyone. Verbo actually gets a kill on to Juvenile, pops the sound barrier as well, retakes the point. It's in overtime here. Jesus trying to do what he can here. Train getting a kill onto Jesus in that interaction. Man of Snow delaying it as long as possible, does fall to his death, and Bird Noises, they are not done yet.
I think Man of Snow held on to that ultimate just a little bit too long, and it wasn't the greatest ultimate in the world either. Shooting that up and exploding a little bit before when he needed to. Maybe just setting that on the ground because they have to get out of its way. If he just left it on the point, they wouldn't have been able to get on it.
You don't have to overthink it.
No, not at all.
You just really don't.
I think it was maybe a little bit too fancy
and maybe just holding it a little bit too long as well. It allowed for Bird Noises to reposition themselves to stay in that one, and then they were just able to finish it out. Now, that said, Kingdom, they were down 99-0. So Bird Noises, it's not even really a comeback necessarily. A little bit maybe there. It definitely felt like it in the end. Bird Noises, they've shown that they can take victory, and they're going to be trying to do it again on the 4th point.
Yes, so we are here back again at the village, and we saw Soldier 70, Soldier 76 do a lot of damage here on this map, and we're seeing him on that character again. It is up to Connor J to try to get one of these first picks as the point opens up in 5 seconds. Bird Noises is, you know, getting a little bit of that high ground as they all go in, and we do see that hook go down. No one dies so far as we do have our first fight.
Finally, Rena VX does fall at the tail end of that hook. The point has been largely taken by Bird Noises, but you need to get the whole thing. And honestly, with a man advantage, Kingdom, they're going to try to pull this even more in their favor. They pick up Super. Man of Snow gets that one. Jesus now pushing back Bird Noises, looking for Vol. They do find the kill, and Kingdom, with a delayed engage onto this point, do take it.
Man, and that, you know, it's so calculated how he was able to use that Helix rocket to get that final kill on Vol. And, you know, to combine with, you know, when you get the biotic grenade on Soldier 76's Biotic Field. That's a ton of healing that can't go underestimated either, as we do fight on the high ground here.
Yes, that's a narrow bridge here for Kingdom. Connor looking for a pick, but hard to find
Here it is,
around the shield of Super. Reyna VX now finding a pick.
Ooh.
Jesus is going to be using the visor to get some accuracy onto Train, but Reyna VX, the story of this fight, getting another 2 kills for the team. Now on the point, Man of Snow has the ultimate available, now getting the nano boost, does use the Graviton Surge, being pushed back though by Reyna VX. Juvenile is doing work for them as Kingdom are going to come out on top.
Yeah, Connor J will have Whole Hog available coming up here. Kingdom is, Kingdom retakes the point 40% to 19% right now. Reyna tried to make, the nano boosted Zarya get as disoriented as possible. And so now we're coming to see some sneaky stuff from Reinhardt here.
Yes, decides to back off. Juvenile looking for a quick pick, not going to find it as we do see the shield. I thought I heard it there. No, there it is. Kingdom popping sound barrier. Train now has nano boost and ultimate. Going to be able to pick up a kill onto Jesus. Now looking for more. Doing a ton of damage, making it so easy. No more ultimates on him, but they don't need it. And they're going to be able to clean up the final couple of kills, and Bird Noises flop the point back in their favor.
Yeah, Man of Snow getting kind of like a nice feeling kill there at the end, able to get Roadhog before she goes down herself. But Kingdom didn't lose that point. They got 5 extra percentage points, and you never know, that 5% might be what wins them this game a little later on. So you have to make sure this is all calculated stuff. You have to use these timings really well, and we use the term resources a lot, but those resources are what decides these team fights a lot. Yes, skill and positioning and mechanics do as well, but it all starts with these ultimates.
Speaking of ultimates, Connor J's got one. We do see the beat being dropped by Verbo. It's going to just delay, though, the damage coming out from Kingdom as they get a huge Connor J Roadhog ultimate. He goes whole hog, picks up a couple of kills for the team. Vol does get Juvenile, but it's not going to do it for Bird Noises as Kingdom retake the point, and they've only got 8% left.
And Connor J is a pretty good Roadhog.
He has definitely played it before, I'll tell you this.
He's got a little bit of experience on that character. Oh my goodness.
Gets another pull, but that's all it is. Kingdom, they get another map in their favor, and that's actually going to clean up this match. Let's take a look at the play of this map, and it's going to be Rob 420.
So we do have a Mercy play of the game here. These can go either way. A really good resurrect for Mercy, and Rob played really well on this Mercy. I'm actually interested to see what the analyst desk says about that pick, because maybe a res wasn't enough. Maybe Mercy wasn't as impactful as maybe another support could be, because I don't think he played poorly.
Well, because you get the res, of course, and obviously that's a big impactful ult, gives you that advantage right back, tries to take it back anyway, but you may be giving up smaller advantages in other ways. She's not going to be doing damage for your team. Yeah, maybe kind of getting it in there with the damage boost for your carries, whereas other healers might be giving you more utility.
Yeah.
And that is a question that I'd be curious to find out more about. But anyway, you slice it, we do now have our semifinal lineup.
Yep.
For all 4 teams that have made it through. And so we're going to be seeing a couple of them duking it out here. But you know what? Without further ado, let's actually send it over to the analyst desk for them to break down this last matchup.
Thank you, Gil. Well, we kind of saw another kind of flip-floppy game there. Bird Noises definitely garnered some footing towards the end. They were maybe a little shaky more towards the beginning. And it seemed like we actively saw them kind of solidify their strategy. But obviously it wasn't enough, as ultimately it did go into Kingdom and Jesus' favor. Anyway, tell me a little bit how we felt about these games, and anything that particular stood out to you.
Jesus.
You can't copy
that.
Yeah, what I found most interesting about these games specifically is that Kingdom and Bird Noises, they like the Koth maps, which that's something you don't see very often. But when Kingdom can pretty much try to bring the same game that Bird Noises did to get through the qualifier. They really just showed that they could do it better. Not the 4 tank, but like as soon as they switched to 3-1-2, 3 tanks, 1 DPS, 2 supports, I mean, Jesus was just left wide open to do whatever he wanted, and it was really interesting to watch because Kingdom tried the 4 tanks, but it just didn't go the way they wanted it.
Even on Diva, Jesus wasn't doing too bad either.
Yeah.
And he was able to hold his own on Diva, but then he eventually swapped and gave it back to Man of Snow, and then he just tore up the rest of every round on Soldier, and just destruction.
Destruction.
I mean, it definitely was a nice change to see kind of like the beginning of that first match where you have like 4 tanks on both sides just kind of stampeding towards each other. But going into the semifinals with Kingdom, what could a Bird Noises, what could have done in terms to improve their gameplay a little bit more?
They needed higher win rate. That 1%.
That 1%.
The 1% told no lies.
Positioning mostly because they're so used to the fact that they're deathballing with the 4 tanks or like even 3 that when they have to switch off of it, it gets a little shaky. You know, it's like there's no focus from the 3 tanks, or their carries are getting dived too easily or just getting picked off too easily.
Well,
Go ahead.
but they didn't really counter Jesus that much either, especially on Lijiang Tower, on the control tower. I saw him up top just kind of chilling up there for a very, very long time, uncontested, and you can't just leave him there to deal out the damage.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the only response to Jesus' soldier was the other soldier, and the other soldier just wasn't up to par with Jesus, so it just didn't work out that way. You have to more actively go after him.
Right.
Maybe a Genji would have been a great pick to counter him.
Or just have the Diva fly up to him. And
Or
be like,
that
"Yo,
too,
what's
yeah.
up?"
Use Diva for what she's made for.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just find it really interesting because I think Kingdom, where they really win in this matchup, is when their 3 tanks put out the exact same amount of pressure as the 4 tanks coming out from Burr. And then once you're forcing them to swap off that 4 tank, you start putting people into some uncomfortable characters, and then it just kind of, even though they play it well, they're not as comfortable as like Jesus on that soldier. You know, it's just a completely different ball game. And when you lose in pressure with a 4 tank composition, you can't play it. Like you just, you know, it's like you literally have to switch your entire composition up. And Burr just didn't look like they were ready to do that.
And the big thing too is you look at it, there weren't any like really big tank busters. There wasn't like a Reaper, there wasn't a Zen, there was just the standard thing that you'd think of that being played. Hell, even on McCree, not exactly the biggest tank buster out there, but he's just hitting good shots.
Right.
Just constantly.
I mean, we saw the Pharah Mercy combo as well come out from them, which we hadn't seen before. But that's where those brilliant swaps come in, right? Where as soon as that happened, the McCree swap came out from Kingdom and just shut it down instantly. So and it seems like Bird doesn't quite have those hero switch-ups that all these other top-tier teams do.
I mean, Rob 420, though, shout out to him. He stayed alive on that Mercy for a very long time, and he did his job very well.
Yeah, he had good reses and everything. It was just...
It's just not enough.
Right.
Not enough from a sports standpoint.
Bird Noises is very good at their own kind of meta, their own type of gameplay, but I think, like you said, being put on a different scenario with that they isn't their first choice, especially in the 3 tank, is maybe not their strongest suit. So just learning to adapt to those situations, I think maybe would help them out a little bit more. But obviously both teams did exceptionally well. But congratulations to Kingdom, who will be moving into the semifinals, along with Immortals and Team Liquid, which will be our next matchup after a little brief intermission. And then, of course, now we have Cloud9 and Kingdom, and we've got some pretty incredible things coming up. But real quick, we do have another winner for our Dream Hat giveaway. It is Princess Nausea.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
We'll see what they say.
I'm scared.
At Game Carbon, Connor J's Whole Hog destroying an entire team in one fell swoop was her favorite play of the game, which makes us, we saw that multiple times, actually, just like the Whole Hog coming in
Just
and
literally
destroying.
going just down
Pushing
the
everyone up against the wall in Nepal. That was pretty
It's always a great feeling, too. It's like Graviton Surge, and then you're a Roadhog with Whole Hog. You're like, yes, and you're just turning into them. That's a great experience, and I think it's fun for everybody to watch. Just a whole team just get cut down by it.
Just a quick reminder that if you do win, please DM us at Game Carbon for your promo code, which then can be transferred into a ticket. And for those who would like a chance to win, make sure you're tweeting at us at Game Carbon with the hashtag Carbon Masters for a chance at your tickets for Austin, Atlanta, or Denver, which I believe is whatever's most convenient to you for our 2017 North American DreamHack events, which is, I'm excited. I mean, it's a long way, but I'm pretty
My
excited.
tickets are ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go. I'm already purchased, so I don't even need to win. I'll see you guys there.
All right, guys. Well, we'll be seeing you in about, I believe the break will be about 20 to 30 minutes before we get our semifinals underway. And,
game?
no?
No.
All right. No, well, actually, they want us to talk about the next game first and introduce us into, supposedly, into Immortals versus Team Liquid. So that'd be pretty exciting.
That's going to be I think that's going to be a very fun matchup. They're both tier 1, I believe. And they both have been around for a very long time. I would say, at this one, I'm not sure. They've met up before. Pretty 50-50 from what I remember. I could be wrong, but from what I remember, they're very evenly matched.
Yeah, these are two very, very top-tier teams. But I think Immortals is really going to take it over Team Liquid. I know one thing I didn't mention last time was that Agilities on that Genji, he did some psychological damage there. He did his ult.
Psychological damage.
He did his ultimate, and then he didn't really do much. He just sat there. And the fear that the other team felt, just knowing there's a Genji somewhere,
That ulted?
they kind of destroyed them because they didn't know what to do. That's brutal.
You know that's a scary team when you can ult and not do anything with it.
And you still win the fight completely? That's nasty.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, without further ado, we will be going into that 15-minute break to see the Immortals versus Team Liquid coming up next.
With that Graviton Surge going down, getting a T available for Bird Noises as this fight comes out.
Yes, both teams actually popping those Graviton Surges, still low.
Effective that can be as even more picks come out.
Yes, a nice hook there in their favor. Mana Snow is a little low. We do see the self-destruct coming out, and it is going to clean up several kills.
Trades off of there, but 76 showing why. Ooh, beautiful.
It's going to be a little does now finally pop it as Connor J goes down. Mana Snow, though, securing a couple of kills for the team.